Welcome back, guys, to another episode of Tasting Britain's Low Star Takeaways. You know it makes total sense. So welcome back to the Blot Outdoor Show, guys. Today I'm in the lovely town of Chesterley Street. I'm going to try some food from a takeaway called Dylan's Golden Fry. It's been given a very low 1 star on the food hygiene rating that's been given by the local council. I've been reading the reviews. Most of the reviews are good. The food sounds good, which there's no reason why it shouldn't be, because the food hygiene rating, you know, it could be anything to do with the kitchen being dirty or food stored in the wrong place, the paperwork might not be up to scratch, all sorts of reasons, guys, like I've said in previous videos. So yeah, I'm going to try some food from there. I'm going to try and order something that I haven't reviewed yet on the previous foodie videos. You know what I'm talking about, Mandingos, and I will see you legends when I'm at the takeaway. Oh yes, you better believe I will. See you soon, Mandingos. Right. Okay folks, so we've just pulled up here around the back of these shops. Dylan's Golden Fry is just around the corner. I've just quickly popped in there and I've got myself a menu just so I can have a quick look. I think I'm going to go with the hot shot parmo. So chicken breast, peppers, jalapenos, cheese and all that kind of stuff. I'll also get some, cod bites and I'll get some onion ring pieces. I don't know if chips comes with the parmo. If it doesn't, I don't care. I'm sick of chips. I have chips in every review that I do. Anyway guys, let's get round there and let's get some food ordered. You know what I'm talking about. Right. Right folks, here we go. You know the score. As I'm going into the chippy, I'll point the camera downwards so no one knows I'm recording. Hello mate, you alright? Can I have a hot shot parmo? Do you get chips with that? Yes, I'll have that. Can I have 5 cod bites and some onion rings, please, mate? Sorry? Cod bites, aye. Cheers, mate. Onion rings, yeah. You know it makes sense. That's all, mate. Thank you.
You know the parmo one? So if you like chili or garlic?
Chili, please, mate.
Both chili, yeah?
Aye. Or you get both, do you?
Like each, you want chili or garlic, you want both, 2 chili or
I'll have one of each, please.
1 chili and garlic,
Yeah.
yeah? 71.
Cheers, mate. Thank you very much. Cheers. So it's going to be a few minutes for the food, guys. Thought I'd just come out and stretch my legs. I'm telling you what, he was onto me. He knew I was recording him there. Like, I seen his eyes look straight down at the camera. So obviously you've got to be careful. The last thing people want is to be recorded on the sly. Definitely, if his takeaway has been given a 1 star, you know, it's got a very low score. He's not going to want some dickhead coming in and recording him. But you guys know, if you've been watching the videos, I'm not trying to say places are serving terrible food. I'm trying to find these places and let you guys know that the food's pretty good, and hopefully it's pretty good today. Anyway, I'm going to walk back along in a minute. Hopefully the food's ready. Then I'll take it back to the old rusty John Claude Van Sexual, and then I'm going to get right stuck in Mandingo's. You better believe I am. See you legends in a minute. Oh, cheers, mate.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. I've got the food, guys. Let's go and park up somewhere and do some munching Gladbach. Alrighty. Right, folks, just parked up. Let's have a quick look. Got the hot shot parmo there. Still lovely and hot. It was only a few minutes ago I picked it up. We have got the cod neck bites. Them look nice and big. Sometimes you get them from some places and they're tiny. Onion rings. Well, just your bog standard frozen onion ring. But you never know, they might still taste nice. Chips, I wasn't really bothered about getting any, but they came with the parmo. They look a bit scabby. Anyway, I will tell you what I think about them. Get your words out, Chris, in a minute, when I jump in the back of the old Vandingo. Ricicles. Oh yes, here we go, Mandingos. There we have the hot shot parmo with chips, coleslaw, pickled cabbage. We've got the cod neck bites and the bunion rings. Well, I wasn't really bothered about any chips, so I'm going to quickly just try a couple of chips now, and then we'll get that bit out the way with. Now, on the eye, as you can see, guys, not the best looking chips I've ever looked at. Let's see what they taste like. Drier than a nun's crutch. They don't taste bad. I mean, I like my chips well done, but them's a bit overdone and a bit scabby. And like I say, very, very dry. Bit garlic sauce on there. Bit garlic sauce makes everything better, doesn't it? Garlic sauce is nice and tasty. Yeah, I'm trying to pick the best chips out. I mean, look at that. That's not very good. Bit chilly on. Yeah, chili's nice. Not too spicy. I don't mind a little bit spicy. That's just right. Bit more garlic. There you go. That's enough chips. Now onto the hot shot parmo. I only got a cheap plastic fork from the takeaway. I forgot to bring a knife. I've just found this shitty old plastic knife in the back of the old Vandingo. It'll have to ding dang do for this Mandingo. Now I had a parmo a couple of weeks ago from an Italian restaurant and it was absolutely beautiful. One of the best things I've ever had. So I'm not expecting this to be as good as that. I'm not going to be cruel with the score and mark it down if it's not as good. There you go, guys. Chicken and bread crumskis. Got the cheese on and all the other bits and pieces. Still nice and hot. See, we've drove for about 7 or 8 minutes to get to here. So it's still nice and hot. It's just the right temperature now. And that's got a lovely crunch to it. Not the best knife. There you go, guys. Yep, the breadcrumbs. It's just got the right crunch to it. Not too crunchy and not soggy, just right. Let's have a bit more Mandingos. Oh yeah, look at that. When I had the first taste, I thought the cheese had a little bit of a funny taste, but I didn't want to say it. I didn't want to judge it too quick. But now I've had 3 tastes. It's quite nice indeed. Terrible knife. There you go. Oh, my fork's just snapped. Right. Get a bit garlic on there, Mandingos. Oh, yes. Well. Okay, different fork. That parmo, hot shot parmo, it's really, really nice. Like I say, it's not as good as the one I had from the Italian restaurant a couple of weeks ago, but I wasn't expecting it to be so. But for a takeaway, you know, for your bog standard takeaway parmo, it's pretty good, Mandingos. Oh yes. I'm not bothered about trying the coleslaw and the pickled cabbage. I'm not one for salad. Obviously you can see I'm a salad dodger, if you know what I'm talking about, Mandingos. Get that in there, bit chilli on and a bit garlic at the same time. Right. So I've got no complaints about that at all. Chips weren't the best, but the parmo, well, I've got to say, it's absolutely fantastic. Well, I'm not going to eat any more of that. I'm actually at work in 50 minutes time to start my shift in the factory. So, whatever I leave here, that's going to do for my bait when I get to work. Well guys, time to move on to the next thing. Onion rings, let's get these out the way. They don't look the best, they're just your bog standard frozen onion rings. It's nice when they do them fresh, isn't it? And they cut the onions properly and batter them and deep fry them. But, you know, you don't get them normally in takeaways, do you? Normally just in restaurants. Yeah. Just like what you would cook in the house yourself, in the oven. So, I'm not going to criticise them for them. It's just a bloody onion ring, which I wasn't expecting to be anything special. I'll keep them ones for work. Yeah, standard, bog standard onion rings. Now, for the cod bites. I was hoping to get cod last week, but I just caught the takeaway, didn't I? If you watched it, I caught the takeaway just as they were closing. So I only managed to get the leftovers. These has been cooked nice and fresh. I had to wait for them to cook them, so they should be nice. Alrighty, that one's got my name written all over it. You better believe it has. Oh yes, that is what I'm talking about. Absolutely fantastic then. The batter is done perfect. Perfect for me. Everyone's got their own taste. Crispy batter on the outside, or just a tiny little bit soft on the inside. I don't like it when it's too soft and soggy, and I don't really like the batter when it's too crispy, you know, and it's falling off. So for me, for my personal choice, that batter is spot on. The fish is lovely and white. These is nice big chunky fish bites. Well, honestly, I wasn't expecting these to be so good. That's a nice big juicy one, Mandingos. Oh, matron. Oh. Oh yes. Oh yes, Mandingos, that'll ding dang do for me, as they say in the south of France. Get it down the old Gregory Peck. Right. Unbelievable. I am absolutely overwhelmed. Them fish bites were £5 for 5 fish bites, and that was money well spent. Quality fish, absolutely quality fish. One second guys, I just get a quick drink. Well, I'm going to have one more fish bite, and I'll save the last one for me cat, the old cat daily. Here we go. Oh, beautiful, lovely white fish. Well guys, time to give you Legends a score. Chips, let's be honest, I've got to tell the truth, pretty shite. The parmo, absolutely tremendous, beautiful. The batter, the breadcrumb, nice and crispy. The cheese was nice. The toppings was all nice and tasty and fresh. No complaints at all. Really, really good. Can't tell you about the salad because, like I say, I'm a salad dodger, as you can see. The onion rings, bog standard frozen onion rings, now special. But I'm not going to mark them down for that because that's what I was expected to be. And the fish, wow, 10 out of 10 for the fish mandingos. So, altogether, I am going to give this a big, fat 8.5 out of 10 dingo mandingos. Oh, yes! You better believe I am. Well, guys, I'm going to have to wrap this up quickly because I've got a right sweat on. I need to get home and get a quick shower before I start work very soon. Oh, after I've been to work and I park up outside my house, I'm going to jump back into the old Vandingo and we will do a world famous Wasky review. And we'll talk some shit. You know what makes sense, Mandingos. I will see you after work. You better believe I will. Right. Right, folks, I've just got back home from work. I just quickly popped in the house there to say hello to Mrs. Blott with the sexy bot. Now let's jump back in the old Vandingo and have some cheap Wasky. Some nasty Highland Earl Wasky. Fresh from Aldi's. Right. Oh, yes. You know what time it is, Mandingos. Wasky time. And this is what I've got this time. Highland Earl. Absolute bottom of the pile Wasky from Aldi's. Aldi's have actually got some good ones. I've reviewed one called Highland Black. That was pretty good. And for the price it cost, it was given really good score from the Blot Outdoor Show. But this is their cheapest one. I think this only cost us about £11, £11.50. I can't quite remember. But yeah, it might be one of the cheapest whiskies kicking about, guys. But I'm just the Mandingo to give it a go. Anyway, let's get this popped in. The old famous Cup Dingo Mandingos. You better believe it. Get that in there, guys. And let's get the old bakeroonie in it. A little bit citrus. So not a bad start. I like a bit of a citrus smell. And it's also got a very grainy, a very strong grainy thing going on, guys. The more I'm smelling it, I'm getting like the smell of like nail polish. Yeah, and like some sort of paint, like a fresh paint. Now, that's not too promising. I did get a smell of citrus, but the other smell is overpowering. Anyway, that's enough of the sniffing. Let's get on with the tasting. Ricicles. The tiniest little bit of butter. Yeah, and I'm getting like a butterscotch taste. Not really strong, but it's there. Sweet and sour. Sweet and sour at the same time. I sound a little bit like Mick, don't I, with the rough and smooth crack, but yeah, a little bit sweet and sour at the same time, Mandingos. Dare I say a little bit grapefruit. I've got to be honest with you, before I get to the score, it's certainly not the best whiskey I've had. I've had some good ones lately. Even the decent ones I've had are struggling struggling compared to some of the good ones I've had. And this ain't very good at all, Mandingos. Like a funny sort of chemical taste. I know you'll be thinking, wait, how do you know what chemicals taste like? Well, I don't. You know, like when you smell chemicals. Now, just in the taste, I'm just imagining this is what chemicals taste like. Yeah, strange, not good. Strange taste, Mandingos. Yeah. Then the only nice thing, there is a little bit of a quite decent butterscotch taste in there, guys. But like that chemical thing, I kind of get that in my mouth now. Got like nail polish and like a paint in the smell. And I'm getting like a chemical thing come through. And I've got to be honest with you, it's as rough as a badger's arse with sandpaper stuck to it. And that's just, I don't know where I'm getting that from. That's just rolled off my tongue. That's what I think of that, guys. Rough as a badger's arse with sandpaper stuck to it. And I don't really want to go on much further with this review because I've got nothing else to say. It's bottom of the line. I'll tell you what that would be good for. Highland, oh you bastard. Sorry for the language, guys. I just dropped the bottle. Highland Ale blended Scotch whisky from Aldi. That would be good when you're full of cold and you're full of flu and you want to have a nice hot toddy. There's no point wasting a good, expensive quality whisky for a hot toddy. Well, I don't think there is. Some cheap shit like that. Get that, heat it up, a bit honey or a bit sugar in or wherever it is. Yeah, a few hot toddies. That would ding dang do for this Mandingo. But for sitting and enjoying a nice whisky and sipping it, nah. You can get some good cheap ones. That isn't one, believe you me. Right, let's get down to the old score dingo Mandingos. I'm going to give that Highland Ale from Aldi, blended Scotch whisky, a very, very low 3.5 out of 10 dingo Mandingos. You know what I'm talking about. This is serious whisky tasting. I'll still drink it, Mandingos. Anyway, while I'm sitting here, we might as well chat some shite, talk some shite for the next 2 minutes. Ugh. I've got a little bit more of this. Ugh. Paint stripper left. I might as well drink it. Oh, down the hatch. Well, Howard, what we're going to talk about. Yeah, I've got a question to answer. This one has been asked. It's probably the most popular question I've had over the last couple of weeks. And the question is, why do I call little Mick the human dorsal fin? Like, what's the meaning of it? Some people have actually said, Mandingo, what the fuck? Sorry for the language, guys. What the hell are you going on about? What is the human dorsal fin? Get your words out, Chris. What does the human dorsal fin mean? That's what I'm trying to say, guys. Don't overthink it, Mandingos. Don't try and work out what I'm saying with anything, because you know by now, if you've been watching the channel, I'm always talking shit. If talking shit was in the Olympics, I'd be bringing the gold medal back home for Great Britain. You better believe I will. Yeah, so how does Mick get the name the human dorsal fin? Well, it's just evolved. It's evolved through my shit talking. Obviously, he's called Michael, and he's only little, so he gets called Little Mick. That one's obvious. Then it's went from Mick to Schmick. Don't ask us why, just probably because it rhymes with each other. Mick, Schmick. Then Little Schmick. And where did it go from there? Let us think. When he was coming hiking in the Lake District with us, and we're going up the different hills and mountains, you know, looking at the maps, I know all the names of all the mountains on the lakes. You've got one called Mickeldor. So with us already calling them Schmick, I was calling them Schmickeldor. And then Schmick, I've lost it. I can't even think myself now. Let us think. Schmick, Mickeldor, Schmickeldor, Schmickel dorsal fin. Aye, that was it. Schmickel dorsal fin. And then it's evolved into the human dorsal fin. So, and that's kind of stuck. The last canny few videos I've been calling them the human dorsal fin. And there you go, guys. It's as stupid as that. It means absolutely nothing. It's just me talking shit. Mick's a good sport. He just laughs it off. You guys know that. Oh, aftertaste of chemicals in your mouth. Not good, guys. Yep, so that's it. That's that question answered. Hope that's cleared it up for everyone that's been asking, why do I call Mick the human dorsal fin? It's just me talking shit and just being me. Me being me. A complete idiot. But you guys seem to enjoy that. And yeah, I enjoy slavering on and talking shit to you guys. Anyway, that's the end of this week's video, guys. I hope you've enjoyed it. I'll be back out on Saturday on another stealth camp. It's now, what day is it the day? I've lost track of where I am. It's Wednesday night. It's actually the early hours of Thursday morning now because it's just past midnight. So yeah, I'll be back out stealth camping, guys, on Saturday by myself this time. So join me on Sunday for my next stealth camping video. Next week, I'll be back out doing the foodie thing. They seem to be going down well. You guys is watching my foodie videos, so thank you so much for that. And then next week, I'll be back. The whiskey is hitting me straight away, man, dingoes. Next week, I'll be back on another stealth camp. Right, that's enough of me talking shit. It's late. I've been to work. I'm tired. I need to get in the house and sit and chill out with Mrs. Blood. See you on Sunday night, guys. You better believe I will. Right. Oh, yeah.
Oh, matron.
Welcome back, guys, to another episode. Oh, that's fucking shite, how last time.